Hello and welcome to this Xbox Life, episode 370. Twas the week before Christmas. I am the Gamer of the Year, Gunny Chief, and up to my left we've got Rob. How's
Hey,
it
what's
going,
up, bud?
Rob?
Hey, pretty good, pretty good. Welcome,
Yeah.
welcome. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Also known as Presar. I forgot to mention that. That's my usual thing, and I forgot.
And also we've got Brun. What's going
Yay.
on, Brun?
Hey, BDuceWick33. Thanks for introing. You did a fantastic
Thanks.
job. We can now fire Wing. You are hired.
Fair who?
See you, Wing.
See you. So yeah, very good. So it's funny and yeah, I know we just went over this. It was just like, hey, all right, in about 4 seconds, you're opening the show, Gunny. Have fun.
I know. I was like, what? Where's my lines?
Push play is like when the music goes away, start talking.
Yeah.
That's how we like to treat our gamers of the year. We just throw them under the bus and let them go.
Thanks a
So,
lot.
yep. But so we're here. It is episode 370. We're gonna do our normal things, but we have Gunny Chief on here because Wing is out, but also Gamer of the Year, and we're gonna learn a good bit about you, Gunny. You are basically the topic of the show. Um, because I don't know if you guys read gaming news during the week. There is nothing going on. Everybody is taking off for the holidays, basically. So, and I think Rob, is this our?
Except us.
Yeah. Well, we're
We're not
taking
taking off.
we're taking next week off, right? And then
Well, I
we're
don't know.
and then we're back the following week.
This might have been something that was agreed upon when I nuked my system last week.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, we may be out next week, the weekend after Christmas, but then the weekend after that, which is the weekend after New Year's, we'll be back. So the
So
third,
that's the third.
yeah. So
Okay.
the third we'll be back, but next week we're taking off. So I know Christmas is just the whole weekend's just crazy. So, but we'll be back in 2016 after this week. But to start us off, we're gonna see what Gunny has been playing this week.
Oh boy, I haven't played anything really all week due to work, but this past weekend I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege and enjoying that quite a bit. Playing with you guys, Wing, and yeah, I've gotten through most of the situations just on my own, just playing on normal. So I'm kind of working my way up, just kind of getting my aim down. So
Good. Yeah, the thing with the situations is I don't think you get any extra stars for doing it on a harder difficulty. I think it's just like 30 stars, and once you get all 30 stars, you've gotten them. Like you don't get any extra renown or anything like that for beating them. So, which is cool.
okay,
But
yeah,
yeah, but
yeah. I was curious if you got any more renown for doing those on a harder difficulty.
I don't know if you do or not. Maybe you do, but I mean, as far as the stars, as far as the completion of the scenarios, I think it's 30, 30 stars or whatever, and that's that. You got to just meet the requirements
Yeah.
of the level. So, well, is that all you've been playing? Just Siege?
No, yeah, that and I mean just playing terrorist hunt.
Oh, okay.
So which is my favorite mode, which always has been, especially back with the Rainbow Six Vegas games.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I love it. So
Cool.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, other than that, just probably my game of the year, which would be Fallout 4.
Oh yeah,
So
you were playing that. I did see that you're playing that some today, weren't you?
yeah,
Okay. How far along are you in that?
I think I'm level 30,
Okay. Okay. Very cool.
and yeah, just definitely enjoying that.
Very good.
So it's hard, definitely hard to put down sometimes. So it's I get lost in that world.
All right. Very
And
cool. Is that all?
yeah, so just those two, what I've been playing.
Cool. Rob, you have one on your list. Is it really one, or are you just trying to play mind tricks?
There's surely more because I got taken out last week just before the show, self-inflicted.
Oh yeah.
So there was a bunch of stuff from last week, and now, of course, I don't remember any of it. Is last week just before recording, I went through and I did an update on my system trying to see if it'll fix my video issues that I seem to be having on a regular basis. So I applied an update, and I've got a ThinkPad, and it has like a system update where it just like scans the Lenovo site and updates everything.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's got the Rebel Alliance.
Sorry, that was my phone.
But so I applied this update, and I learned a very important lesson. When you do a BIOS update, which is what it did, when you do a BIOS update, it whacks your identifier for BitLocker, which is drive encryption. And so...
Sorry about that.
You're right.
I muted it, but it didn't work. Sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
I
just picture in my mind when I'm watching Gunny, this phone rings, he's reaching for it. I'm just waiting for I forget which TV show it was or a movie or something. The guy just eventually like just chucks it, like throws it behind you. Okay,
like, take it over there.
Yeah, so you lost your BitLocker, right? Which is always fun.
Oh, it was traumatic because I wasn't quite ready for like a system reinstall. And the keys that I had saved weren't the ones that the system was prompting for. So I was essentially hosed. And it took me 2 days to get the system up and running. I was able to get back into it, thankfully, through this big, long, drawn-out process. And I was thinking initially that I could roll back to the previous BIOS. Unfortunately, the BIOS that was flashed, it addressed only one thing, and it was a security issue. And it says that once that update's installed, you can't roll back. So it was like I was really stuck there for a while and stressing. But I got it back going, and here I am, bright and smiley.
Yeah. So did you hear what I said to Mark?
What?
Like, oh, I wonder if Rob's coming. Every time I try to pull him in, it knocks you out of the chat out of Skype every single time. I was just like, I'll guarantee if you call him, he's going to say that he did a system update, because it happens every time he does a system update. And he had you on speaker when he called you. You're like, oh, I didn't update my system, and I'm just like raising my hands in the background saying, and I'm talking in his ear going, I told you that's what it was.
But I did it for the good of the show.
Yes, yeah.
It was, my intentions were good, and it turned out to be disastrous.
All right. So
But
what did you play?
So most notably, this week I haven't had a whole lot of time because my son got his tonsils out on Tuesday, and there's been a lot of stuff related to that, and the laptop. So the only real gaming that I got was a little bit yesterday and a little bit today, and I fired up Van Helsing. So that's that free game for December that they had on Xbox One. And from the little that I played on it, it was actually pretty cool. Very much like a Diablo-ish type of game.
Okay.
I definitely recommend that people give it a shot. It's definitely interesting.
Very cool.
And I think that was about it. And I got in on another beta. And it was Doom.
Oh, okay.
I did want to mention that. So I was really looking forward to that. And I got it installed finally. And by the time I had time to try it, the beta period was over. Which is not, this is like the third or fourth time that this has happened. By the time I actually get a moment to sit down and play it and try it, the window's closed. So these betas are bogus. Well, speaking of bogus, another thing is that rewards thing that they had starting on the 15th. You know how they were handing out, was it $25 to people on the Microsoft rewards?
They're handing out something to somebody. I didn't get anything.
Yeah, so it was $25, I guess, for the most active people or whatever. That was a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And then they had something else for everybody else starting on the 15th. So they sent this email out, I think it was like the 12th or 13th, So I click on it and says, oh, you know, you got to wait till the 15th. All right. So by the time I remembered about it,
Mm-hmm.
it was now the 17th and everything's used up except some lame like avatar things because they had like games that they were giving out, but and it was only a couple hundred per. So they had a lot of things and they were just snapped up immediately. When you figure that, what, how many people are on Xbox Live now? 50 million or something like that?
A lot.
Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 50 million people. Let's say half of those are members of the rewards program.
Mm-hmm.
And you have only like 1,000 of these freebies. That's bogus. I mean, have some more where people can actually get something.
Right.
Although, but they even said that, you know, you have to act quick and, you know, before it all gets used up. And I guess 05569 in chat saying it wasn't much. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Ah, my video's gone.
Yep.
Yes.
See, this is what I was trying to fix.
Yep.
Oh, you're coming back.
I would
Yeah.
say that's a failure. Well, it's
Yeah.
funny. It comes in and then it just. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Skype thing or.
No, it's my camera. I have to turn it on in Skype. I don't know if Skype turns it off or if it somehow disconnects itself.
Time for a rebuild.
Yeah, or maybe just a new camera.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
this thing's deef.
Yep.
But anyway, I think that was about it. Oh, and I tried Banjo Kazooie.
Okay.
I dipped my toe into the rare replay vault, and man, these old games just as cool as they were 20 years ago, 15 years ago, they are just
Don't hold up.
like no. I mean, not at all.
Yeah.
You can, unfortunately, you can get like better games on your phone nowadays. But yeah, I'm sure if people are really looking to, you know, go back in the Wayback Machine and relive some of their gaming time, they'd probably enjoy it. And yeah, that was about it.
Very cool. This
Yep.
week, okay, so a couple things. Xbox One related, I played Siege, and I played Star Wars Battlefront because Battlefront. I guess there was a new Star Wars movie that came out this week. I don't know. I haven't heard it. Whatever that movie is.
No, it came out last week.
Oh yeah,
Not
last
this-
week. So something
What,
people went
3
and
days?
watched it.
Thursday night.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so it's a small movie. But due to the movie coming out, they had double XP weekend through the game. So I'm like, all right. I was like, well, I'm level 15. Let's rock all the way to 50. So I just played, and I was getting 8,000, bonus double XP every round. So I think I'm up to like 23 or something like that, 24. And so I played that, and then I wanted to get to where I could play some ranked matches in Siege, and so I finally made it up to 20 to get up there so I can do some ranked stuff. But I'll tell you, getting a little aggravated with one of my good games that I've spoke highly about, which is Siege. I think I'm spending way more more of my time trying to get into a match than I'm actually playing in matches. And they put out a patch. And it's even highlighted there. It's like, hey, we did a patch, but I don't think they patched any of the server problems.
No,
So-
I had
so-
that issue today.
Yeah, so it's just like, hey, you put in a patch for some gameplay, but unfortunately I have to get into a game to see if there's a patch about the game. As I tried to hit Gunny up to bring him in, I think he was playing, and it was carbide myself. And it took us, I don't know how long it took us to get into a round, but it was like he had to restart the game, and then he had to come back in, and then we couldn't get in, and then we got in, we played one round, then we jumped out, and then couldn't get in again. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it is bad. And it seems like it's only a console thing because the PC players are saying that things are clearing up. But it's a Battlefield. It's the next Battlefield 4 in my mind. So I just hopefully they fix it. It's getting, if they would just fix it, the game would be perfect. They have some netcode issues and things like that, but we talked about that last week. That's
I even lone wolfed it today,
uh,
and just for a couple rounds,
yeah,
just to learn a few of the maps, and it kicked me out. I'm like, I'm a lone wolf. I'm not even playing online with anybody.
yeah. So
So still said servers not available.
yeah, so yeah. Last week I talked about the same thing last week, and unfortunately there wasn't a patch, and then it got patched, but they didn't patch any of that stuff. But so then my next thing was I got into Star Citizen. I purchased a ship for Star Citizen to start playing.
Is
Got
that
into
out? Like fully,
the
or is it
Alpha
beta,
2
alpha?
Alpha 2's out. So it's a pretty looking game. It's got alpha problems. I mean, I can't really say anything about it. So I mean, because I haven't put too much time into it. But I'll tell you what it made me do was put Elite Dangerous back in and started playing it again, and I'm having fun. So Elite Dangerous is such a good game. So, but that's what I have been playing. But I think that's about it.
Cool.
All right. Before we get to learn more about our Gamer of the Year, if you would like to become a patron, it's patreon.com/thisxboxlife. Or you can leave us tips at twitchalerts.com/donate/thisxboxlife. Everybody knows the thing. Moobot will tell you 16 times while we're doing our show. But that takes us to our topic. Now, I was trying to think of some of the things that were in the news. Some stuff is like some more microtransactions are coming out in Destiny. Things aren't going over well with some people. But if you want to read about that, I mean, done talking about, Destiny and kind of what they're doing to one of my favorite games. And then what else? Did anything else big happen? Oh, for anybody who likes, can find Elite controllers, I heard they're hard to find.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, definitely. I guess Best Buy has the Elite controller. You get the controller and Halo 5. So if you can pick that up, you're getting both of those for the cost of one thing. So
For the cost of Halo 5?
yeah, and your mics
That
needs
one?
your video needs turned on again.
Oh,
Yeah, Halo 5.
killing me.
So, but all right, Gunny, how are you? Doing well?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. All right, so I have some questions here, and it's mainly just to let you talk about your experience as a gamer, and we picked you as our gamer of the year. You're very active in our community and stuff like that. So, but we'll get to those things. But I have a list of questions, but it's kind of like as we're just relaxing. We're just relaxing right now. So, but so first question, I guess, would be like any. I don't want to say personal information, but any personal information you're willing to give out. You don't have to give out, credit card numbers, social security numbers, but kind of one of those
Address.
things. If you want to give your full name, you can give your full name. You don't have to.
Phone number.
Yeah, phone number. Where you live. I mean,
Yeah.
you can keep it as vague as you would like. So, but tell us about Gunny Chief.
Well, I'm 44 years old. I've been married 15 years, and I have a 9-year-old son.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. 9-year-old son, huh? I have a
Yeah.
I have a 9-year-old daughter. So
Nice.
yes, that's a fun age. So, but is he playing football?
No,
Into
no, he's
football or
not.
anything? Okay.
He likes basketball,
Oh, okay.
so he's pretty tall
Oh, very
for
good.
his age. Yeah,
Good.
in soccer.
Oh, yep. So, very cool. When did you? Okay, so you say you're 44. How long you've been gaming?
Gosh, I want to say I was 11 or 12 is when my dad first brought home Pong. Uh, I guess that was the console or whatever it was that hooked into the TV via that UHF type thing, and I think that was probably the first game I've ever played. Besides, yeah, I would say my first video game.
All right. And then you became a fan of tennis ever since.
Yeah,
Those graphics! Look at those graphics.
but it was the only, it was that and tanks. I think is what it was. And me and my sister would just sit there and play for hours.
I played tanks
And,
on the Atari.
It's Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that game! I remember that game. Was it were the tanks red and blue, or are they different colors other than red and blue? I just remember driving them
Yeah.
around, and it took them forever, like to turn around and
Yeah.
things like
You
that.
had the little wheel.
And you had like the maze. Didn't what weren't they like on a grid that was like a maze? Like you could,
Yes.
yeah, red and blue and stuff. Yeah. Oh my
You know,
gosh, I can in my mind hear the sound that
Oh
they
yeah.
would make. Yeah. That's funny. I see. It's funny.
An explosion.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny that it takes other people talking about games on the Atari for me to remember things like that. Because to me, I always claim my first console was the Nintendo. You know, my first game was like Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers.
That was much later.
It was, but
Yeah.
you know, my brother had an Atari, but I was young. You know, I was born in 1980, so you know, I could have been anywhere between 4 to 8 years old. You know, because I think I was 8 or 9 when I got 89 when the Nintendo came out. Was it, or 88 when the Nintendo came out? I can't remember.
Wasn't it like mid
Mid
80s?
86, 87. I can't
Something like
remember,
that.
but I
Yeah.
remember taking my birthday money and buying a Nintendo. And so anything prior to that I kind of write off, but yeah, sometimes it takes somebody to talk about like Pong and tanks and things like that for me to remember that. 30.
Which one had Robbie the Robot? Was that the Super Nintendo
I don't know. I
or
went
the
to
original?
Robot.
I don't know.
Was it Robbie the Robot? Because that was my first console that I owned that my dad bought for me.
Now is the game Robbie the Robot?
No, it came with Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers.
Well, then that would have to be Nintendo.
So maybe it was the NES that was my first one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because then I know I got Zelda as well, and that was because
Yeah,
Super
a lot
Mario
of-
Brothers was the
lot of-
first game I ever completed.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying original
Okay.
Nintendo. So
Yeah.
But actually, it's funny. My wife was just telling me about something. A conversation it came up on her Facebook feed or memory moments or whatever it is. She said 2 years ago I was having a discussion with my daughter, who would have been 7 at the time, about she asked me what was my first gaming. When did I start gaming or whatever? I said, well, I had the Nintendo, and she said the Nintendo. Or no, I said we never had the internet and all that stuff when I was her age. All I had was my Nintendo, and she's like, "The Nintendo what?"
Yeah.
I was like,
The
the
Nintendo.
Nintendo, and she's like, "Not no. What I mean is like a Super Nintendo." I'm like, "No, before the Super Nintendo, a Nintendo,"
Oh,
and she's like, "I never heard of that one,"
Of course.
because she's, you know, she knows the Wii, you know, things like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
but very cool. So Pong. And then you remember having NES?
You know, just to back up, I think on the Atari was Donkey Kong on the Atari.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, gosh, you know, because I'm getting old, my memory's going out. But I remember going to a friend's house, and they said, "Yeah, he's playing Donkey Kong at his house." And I said, "How is this possible? Does he have a cabinet or something?" And sure enough, he was playing on the Atari. It looked terrible, but I mean, we'd go over there every day just to play, you know, on the Atari. So
Yeah.
I
No
remember that
quarters
as being
involved.
yeah, that was a great time.
Yeah.
But
Man, games were hard back then, weren't they?
oh man,
And when
that
you
was a
would
tough
lose,
game.
you get 3 lives, and once you were done, you had to start all over. You know, it's just,
Yeah.
it's just
You know, the only challenge to a game was the further you got, the faster it got, up until the point of where you couldn't keep up with it
yeah.
anymore.
Well, and the more enemies they would throw at you, it'd
Yeah.
get faster, and they'd throw more at you. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
So you started gaming in the 80s, and your first console you would say would be the Nintendo then, if that's
It
what
would be
you're-
the Nintendo. It was around, I think it was 83 or 84.
the
That's got to be Atari then.
Yeah, I don't think that. When did the NES come out? No, I'm gonna look it up.
I know I should have Googled this beforehand, but yeah, I just remember that being my
Oh my
know.
gosh, the first Nintendo
Yeah.
came out in
83.
'85.
Oh, it's okay. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
because I think we got it
in North
right
America.
around launch.
Mm, yeah. Ooh, yeah. So I must have got mine a couple years after that, because like I said, I don't really recall, but Contra on the NES. Yep, everybody knows the code.
Yeah.
The Contra code, or Konami code, I guess what they would say. But so on the NES, what would you say? What was your first game on the NES then? Would that be Super Mario Brothers, like everybody else in the world?
Yeah, everybody else. That and just vividly was that and Zelda were definitely my favorites.
Classic.
Oh, the original Zelda.
Yeah, the original.
Oh, very cool. Um, with your Nintendo, did you have the Ray light gun, or the red light gun, or the all gray one?
It was the all gray.
Okay, because I don't know when the red one started coming out, but because mine was the gray one as well. But I don't know why I thought about that. But cool. Um, out of from that NES time up to now, out of all the consoles and everything you've played, what would you say your favorite was?
I would say because I didn't have very many.
Mm-hmm.
The PlayStation One, maybe skip the generation there. So it would have to be the Xbox 360.
Oh, okay.
I remember my brother saying, "Yeah, the Xbox is coming out with a new console," and I said, "Oh, okay," because I had bought the original,
Mm-hmm.
and so it wasn't until a year after the 360 launched that I went and got one. And I think Halo was probably Halo and and Forza were like my first two games,
Mm-hmm.
and I've just been a fan of Xbox ever since.
Hmm. Very cool. Yeah, I would have, but mine's a little hard to say as far as that too. I would probably say mine would have been like the PS2 would have been my favorite console, and I think what got me into that is I played a lot of sports games, but that's when like online was really introduced. EA, you could play against other people, and it was really cool. You had to buy that network adapter that you could plug in the back of the PS2, but yeah. And Rob's was who knows what Rob's going to say. What was yours, Rob?
Was my what
Favorite
favorite
console?
console
Yeah.
back? Well, man, probably the most recent outside of the Microsoft boxes, Dreamcast.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Well, I
was
mean,
awesome.
I really loved my 360, of course, but yeah, I'm trying
Yeah,
to think of, what really got me into a lot of gaming and stuff. I went from like Nintendo to Sega, Genesis to like PlayStation 2. Like I had a PlayStation 1 for like a
PlayStation.
month, but yeah.
Yeah, and I think during the time of the PS2, I was playing on PC, but not so much online games. But I was playing Tomb Raider, um, and this Mad Max, just titles like that
Hmm.
that were on the computers
Yeah.
also.
It's like PC gaming started with me. It was like, uh, man, Unreal Tournament.
Oh yeah.
So you'd have that and Quake
Yep,
and
yep. Actually,
Star.
all those first-person shooters.
Yeah,
Having some
StarCraft,
fun.
the original StarCraft. Yeah,
StarCraft,
I've
yeah.
told stories about that on here, I think. And then of course Battlefield 1942. Oh boy, did I love that game. That's what got me into. That's why I'm such a big fan of Battlefield and Dice and stuff. Is I've been playing Battlefield since 1942, so it's such a good. That game is so much fun. So.
I think I said Mad Max, but it was actually Max Payne
Oh
is
yeah,
what
the
I had on
original Max
PC. The
Payne.
original, yes.
Yes, that game was. Oh, I remember going over that's when I started PC gaming as well, and I remember going over my buddies, and he's like, "Check this out," and he like dove through the door in slow mo. He's like going sideways, jumping sideways, and pulled out his gun, shooting the guys and stuff. I was like, "All right, I got to go get this." So I went and
Yeah.
went and had to get that. Oh yeah, that was such a good game. So, and that's what obviously got me into. I played Grim Fandango on the PC. That's why it's like my favorite. But very cool.
Yeah.
I have as my next question, favorite game or games? Like, you don't have to limit to one. I asked you earlier your favorite game, and that's why I put the picture as our background, as what you told me your favorite game is. But won't you share what's your favorite game?
Gosh, I'm thinking it's between Just Cause 2 or oh gosh, what else would it be? I would say probably Forza Horizon 2 for a racer.
Okay.
I remember,
Awesome.
yeah, just had a great time. I still play it to this day. Uh, I love that game, especially the Forza series.
Yeah. Oh,
Definitely.
Forza's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rob. Everybody knows Rob's fan of Forza Horizon.
Oh,
You
heck
know,
yeah.
and
It's
another
one
one
of
would
the.
have to be. Sorry, Rob.
No, I was just going to say the cool thing about the Forza series is it's something that you can just jump in, play it for like 15, 20 minutes, do a race or two, and get out. Just if you're in the middle of something, you can just relax for a little bit or stress yourself out, depending on how the race goes. But it's so much fun.
We lost your
Yeah,
video again, Rob.
of
Um,
course. Thank you.
yeah. All right. So I mean, just those two. Do you have any other ones like you remember
Uh,
back in time, or the kind of?
I'm gonna go kind of current, especially with the 360, and that would be Mass Effect 2
Oh yeah, yeah.
and 3. So
I
both of those
I need to beat 3.
are really good.
Still have to beat it.
Just the dialogue, story,
Mm-hmm.
the combat, everything was, man, and it was definitely worth your money for all of the DLC.
Yeah, I remember. I played 1 and didn't get into it, and then 2 came out, and then Wing made me go play 1 again, and then I played 1, and then I went straight into 2. And 2 was so much better. Like, the combat in 2 was like fantastic. 1 is not. Every time it's like, ah, man, I should go back and play them all, and it's just like I just want to start with 2. Like, I don't want to go back to 1. It was like the Mako stuff where you had to drive around was just not fun to me, and it was kind of a pain. But
Did you play the DLC where you can make all the decisions from 1 leading into 2? I'm not sure if that is part of Mass Effect 2 or not.
I think I don't. I think you can do
Well, it's
that,
free to download.
right? No, but I never because I beat 1. I played 1 and went straight into 2, so I actually have my saves over. I never really created something new for that. So yes, obviously on Twitch here, Xbox gamer Mike says can't wait for the next Mass Effect. It's like you and the entire world who's played Mass Effect can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very very awesome. Like that's probably what's going to jumpstart me to go back and finish the third one, even though I don't think they have anything really tied to each other. I think the new one is like further in the future after the events of 3, but I'm not 100% sure. So, I'm trying to think of some other questions. What's your favorite genre? I mean, you've mentioned racing, and I mean you've been playing Siege, Fallout 4, and you mentioned a lot of RPG type style adventure games. Like, what's your favorite genre? What are you?
It would have to be between racing and shooters.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember playing Medal of Honor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was it, Airborne on 360? I played so much multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, probably at least a couple 100 hours into that. And in the campaign, I just enjoyed that as well.
Did you play the
So
original Medal of Honor on the PC?
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
that's when I first started the original.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I played all the titles on the PC, and then yeah, before I got the 360.
Yeah, because original makers of the original Medal of Honor went to make another little game called Call of Duty,
Yeah.
and then went off to make Titanfall. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
So I remember when that Medal of Honor came out, that whole scene of storming the beach was just fantastic. It was like
yeah,
the first of its kind for any of those games.
yeah. I mean, I just remember running through like the woods. It was like you're running through the woods.
Yeah,
And
I
the snow.
know.
It's like
Hmm.
snow's on the ground, and you're going in those big concrete bunkers in the woods and stuff like that, just bumping into people. But
And just tossing those long grenades everywhere. So
yeah, yeah.
Pineapples.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
I think I'll throw 4 over here. That'll get him. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
so what are you looking forward to? Well, what's some of the stuff that's on your feature list for maybe
Uh,
next year coming in?
um, definitely Hitman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
definitely on
yeah.
my list. And as far as Quantum Break, I'm not too sure about that game. I'll wait and see on the reviews. So if it's going to be a day one purchase for me.
With Hitman, are you looking forward to like the new structure that it's going to be doing, or because it's not going to be like similar to the previous Hitman games?
Yeah, I haven't followed it as far as like they're just not going to have a story. It's just going to be challenges or
I the way I was listening when they were talking about it is it's I guess it's not like a full story, but it's like content. Challenges is maybe not the best word for it because I think they had challenges in the previous game or the last game, and I think it's more than that. I think it's like it is a challenge, but it's like you just have like a single mission to do something, and then they're just going to build on that as a platform. So
Hmm.
it's something. It seems like it's something that's not going to like stop. It's not going to be $60 and here you go. It's going to be a continuous type of build. So at least that's the
Yeah.
way I read into it the last time I actually looked into it. So, but Corner Break. What about Crackdown? Are you a Crackdown guy?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed Crackdown 2 a lot. The other one was a Ubisoft title. I can't remember the name of it.
Division?
It wasn't the Division. It was another like shooter type. Go to Mexico, stop the cartel. Somebody in chat probably knows what it is, but I saw
Oh,
that at E3.
that's not future. It's the next Grawl. Ghost
Yes,
Recon.
yeah, the Ghost Recon. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Like
That
when
looked really good.
yeah, it was like the guys coming down the hill, and there was that building, and you had to like plan out what how you wanted to do it or whatever. It seems like it's very siege, a mix between siege and you know, Grawl.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
definitely
the
my
new
type of game.
yeah. Ghost Recon's awesome. Yeah, definitely stay away from Wing when he's throwing a grenade.
I know. Everybody, wait. Let them throw grenades first. All right, now we can go in.
Wild cards. Wild cards? Is that really what it's called?
I think so.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, Carbide put it in all caps, and Moobot yelled at him. That's what you get, Carbide. Got yelled at by Moobot. Wild Lands. Stupid
Wildlands. Yes.
autocorrect.
Jeez.
So, and look, he got away with caps. Imagine that. But all right. Trying to think of some other. What else can we? If somebody wants to, obviously everybody knows your gamer tag. It's part of the community and stuff. But when do you find yourself? Do you like to co-op a lot with people?
Yeah.
Besides
On the
just Wing?
weekends.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
When's the best time to game with you on the weekends?
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. My
Okay.
days off.
Okay.
So I'm available then.
All right. So, and he stays up all day and all night. So,
Yeah. I get a couple hours sleep in between.
and don't hang out with the wife, or she doesn't
Yeah.
mind you gaming all the time, or
I make time.
oh,
So
okay,
yeah.
very good. But, Rob, can you think of anything you want to know, or anything that besides credit card numbers?
Phone number. Oh, you already have that.
Yeah.
So
What was
No,
the
no
name of
identity
your
theft here.
first pet? What was the last name of your first grade teacher? uh, so, all right, I do have one more question, and you have to answer, and you have to answer truthfully.
Oh, not this question.
Oh yes, you know it's coming.
I know
You
what you're
know
talking
it's
about.
coming.
I know.
Who is your favorite host?
Rob, of course. Right?
No way.
Yeah.
Rock on.
All right.
First time ever. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So our gamer of the year is Cardbot. No,
Hey,
Just kidding. So Rob is your favorite host, huh?
Yay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
So Wing is
Sorry,
screaming.
Brian. Sorry,
Oh,
Wing.
yeah, I'm cool with it. So
And
Rob has to,
transaction for that either. I just wanted to say.
Rob Rob has to get love sometime
Yeah.
by the listeners. He's
First time ever.
yeah. Yeah, it's not the first time. Actually, I think when we used to do Gamer of the Month. We used to do month by month. And I think you came out with. Did you come out with most,
No,
or
heck
did
no.
Wing come out with most?
No, I think it was Wing.
I think Wing came out with most, but you had a lot. You had a good bit in there.
I know you guys that get to play online a lot more. You definitely get more votes, and I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, we do play games a little bit more for our gaming
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just the guy that shows up on the podcast.
Yeah. Doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
Video keeps cutting out. So. But, all right.
I do have a headset recommendation.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I bought I have a pair of the Turtle Beach XO that I bought. Oh gosh, probably about a year ago, and they're good. But the one thing I like about this new headset that I bought, which is the same version except they're stealth, which has the mic monitoring, and so that way you're not yelling. You can actually hear yourself
Okay.
through the microphone, like I have on the X32s that I have that I use for the 360. So I just think it's a great feature, and it also has a bass boost also.
Okay.
And I got those for $79 on Amazon.
Oh,
And I
wow.
don't think they were on sale, but definitely worth the price.
Yeah, Turtle Beach that's Turtle Beach, right? Is that the ones you
Yeah.
have on right now? Or are those the ones you have
I'm
on?
actually wearing these without the little microphone, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, see, that's very similar. Like, obviously, when I game, I wear mine. It's a similar thing, because I actually use the same headsets I have on there. I have the HyperX Clouds. Yeah, Turtle Beach seems to be... I don't know what's really happened with them. And also, like, same goes, like, with Razer. Those are two peripheral companies that, like, were selling tons and tons and tons. It seems like they've kind of went away, and like Astro has came in, Steel Series has came in. Like those are like the big name, big time, like gaming headphones that you see out there today. But of course, those big time gaming headphones come with a big time price. I don't think you
Yeah.
can find a good pair of those for like anything under $200, which is pretty insane. That's a lot of money for headphones, but most of them come with like amps and adjustments and everything in theirs now. But very cool. So which ones were those again?
It's the Turtle Beach XO4 Stealth.
Okay, stealth.
So, and I'm not sure if they are just getting rid of the regular Force and going with Stealth, or is this just a newer? I think it's just a newer version.
Might be.
Yeah.
So we lost your video again, Rob.
And I did look at the Pulse, I think, which Rob has,
Yeah.
and
Something with
the ones that I looked at, they were all out of stock. So that's been over the last couple of weeks, but I'm sure that's just because of the holidays. With Christmas being right around the corner.
Oh, those actually look okay. So Ear Force Stealth 420X. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, those are
Yeah, that's it.
Those are $183 on Amazon.
No, maybe they were at the 420s. They're just regular XO4 Stealth
Oh,
for 79.
so very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely mic monitoring and the bass boost. Two great features.
Yeah, it is nice to sometimes be able to hear yourself. So I know exactly what we have boards and everything for podcasting, and being able to hear yourself sometimes helps. So otherwise, you're yelling in the microphone. All right. Well, anything else, Rob? Do you have anything?
No.
No. Anything else, Gunny?
No. Yeah.
All right. What'd you buy with your winnings?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, I didn't have it at the time.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So definitely glad I bought that.
Very cool. All right. Well, that is it for getting to know our gamer of the year. So thanks for sharing, and we can move on to what we got next. Cafe Press. So, Gunny, do you own any this Xbox Live T-shirts?
No, I don't. I haven't purchased any.
Do you know that you can go to cafepress.com/this Xbox Live, and there's all sorts of things there?
Yes,
Shameless plug. Good commercial.
Yeah.
I'm going there right now.
Yeah. So for our community, the Cafe Press is usually where we have our stuff. Where anybody in the community wants to get anything, you're more than welcome. But there's multiple ways to get a hold of us, and this week we have one thing in, which came via email. That is contact@thisxboxlife.com. You can contact us from voicemail if you go to thisxboxlife.com. Click send on the right-hand side. Click send voicemail. We'll put your voice and recording in the show like we did last week. We also have twitter.com/thisxboxlife and facebook.com/groups/thisxboxlife. It is a closed group, but we just do that to filter out some things. We usually accept anybody who's been on Facebook for a while, and that is our main communication for our community. And I think that's it for that. So, Rob, I will let you read the email.
Okay.
The thing is I think, I know it's kind of directed toward me. Well, not toward me, but some stuff that I've said. So I've prepared a book on a response now. Just kidding. But you go ahead and read, and we'll respond. So.
All right. So this is from Naughtius Maximus, and Naughtius writes, I've heard a lot of comments over the last couple of years surrounding the alleged mistreatment of Xbox gamers by Bungie, or at least the reduction of Xbox gamers to second-class citizen by Bungie in collaboration with Activision. It seems like it is at least mentioned every other show. However, to give Bungie their due, there are two things that I believe people should take into consideration. Number one, for many years, Xbox gamers got clear preferential treatment in the way that they were the only gamers to be able to even play Bungie games. The current state is hardly a balancing of this, considering that at least Bungie games are being made available for Xbox consoles, even if exclusive timed releases are now favoring PlayStation. Number two, marketing buddy buddy speak aside, it seems that Bungie did not leave Microsoft with any residual warm and fuzzy feelings. They have been saying for years that they were tired of being a one platform company and wanted freedom to explore new ideas. However, Microsoft apparently had trouble letting them dilute their concentration from a clear cash cow until the issue was finally forced. Some of the team even expressed that Microsoft had nearly killed their creativity and development. Given this, I hold no grudges against Bungie if they want to tweak Microsoft's nose by doing Sony exclusives. I'm sure there is no ill intent aimed at the gamers, and eventually it will work out. In the meantime, Halo stewardship has been covered quite nicely by 343, and there are many other developers out there providing games for my platform of choice, so I don't feel any Bungie needs or deprivation in the meantime.
All right.
Now, Brun, it's your turn.
No. Thanks for the email. And yes, you're right. The last, couple other shows, because here's the thing. One of my favorite games or series of games is Halo. One of my favorite developers is Bungie. Still is one of my favorite developers. Bungie is one of my favorites because I loved how not only the games they made, but the tech stuff they did. I liked like the record, like there's all stuff that they put in their games that just is forward thinking. It's taking games to a new level, right? I think Bungie is one of those developers that does that. Um, and so they made Halo. Now they also make one of my favorite my favorite Xbox One game, which this year I played the most hours. I had over between 300 and 400 hours, I guess, into Destiny. I got 3 level 40 characters. I mean, I played the crap out of that game. Um, the reason for my comments, and they are like it's more of an opinion of mine. If other people are saying that as well, I mean, and I've heard other people say it as well, and it's what kind of made me feel like, you know what, I feel that way too, is because it was just like, you know, were they or are they taking a shot at Xbox or Microsoft for the way they were treated? Like at the end, it didn't end well at the end. I agree 100% with that, because yes, they wanted to make something other than Halo, and Microsoft didn't have to let them go, but they did. And then my thing is, I think it started all when they teamed up with Activision, who is one of my most hated publishers. That company cares nothing else about gamers other than money, and rightfully so. I guess they're a company; they should care about money. But a lot of the stuff that maybe I direct toward Bungie is the same thing I direct toward DICE. DICE is one of my other favorite developers. It's like Battlefield 4 servers are broken. Oh, you guys were rushed to put out a game. You put out a broken game. But who rushed them to do that? Was it DICE that rushed them to do that? Or was their publisher EA? The exclusive deals aren't probably made with Bungie. The exclusivity deals are made with the publisher and probably in Activision. All the microtransaction stuff that they're doing is probably all Activision. Making gamers who bought the game from day one pay full price, for DLC is probably Activision. Things like that. It's sad to see one of your favorite games get dumped on, by a company because all they want is money and stuff like that. But I digress on that. The thing that made me feel like the second Citizen is, yes, the timed exclusive. I would prefer them to actually go full exclusive if they were going to do that. And when it comes to any game or any company or anything like that, I'm not a big timed exclusive, this gun, this part of this game, this or this or this. Like I don't like that at all. I don't like that for PlayStation people to have to wait for Tomb Raider for a year. I don't like that. I don't like that part of a game is not accessible by a group of people, but yet you're expected to pay for it for a year. I don't like that. I think if you buy a game on a system for $60 and I buy a game on a system for $60, regardless if it's one system or another, I think we should all get the same game, if that makes sense. It's just, that's where the second-rate citizen part comes in. Like, PlayStation people will probably feel like a second-rate citizen when it comes to Tomb Raider, because they got to wait an entire year to play the game. But that's kind of where that comment is coming from. It's nothing against Bungie's still one of my favorite. I just think I wish it would just be, if you want an exclusive deal, you get the game exclusive. Just for good. If you want to buy a game, you got to buy this console. But the pick and piece and part these games, just this here, this there, this everywhere, stuff because, oh, this company's given our publisher $3 million to put it out on our console for a year, it's just ridiculous. It's crazy. So and that's where my feeling, my comment really comes from, as far as the second rate or the second class citizen, coming from there. But so I don't know if you guys have any comments apart that, but what do you guys feel about like exclusives and things like that?
I definitely agree with the last part where exclusives like Tomb Raider or whether it be Destiny related because I voted with my wallet by not buying the Taken King. Of course, I didn't really get too far in Destiny, but yeah, I wasn't too happy that they were going to have that exclusivity on the PS4 for Destiny.
Yeah, and I mean like the emotes stuff, the whole silver. You know, you put in this whole infrastructure to collect money from people, give the and exchange it into in-game currency to buy emotes. Now, to me, I spoke with my wallet. I didn't buy any silver. There's no point to me buying silver. And some people are saying, well, that's, you know, they're going to put out free content for with that money that they make off silver. Now, that wasn't the company saying that, I don't believe. I think that was just some internet person. So, you know, what do? They come out with the Racing League. And what's the Racing League have in it? Oh, buy this booklet for $10 for a 3-week competition. Now, we won't find out until if that book continues into the next series of racing. But we'll have to wait for that. But the thing is like, what if they have to charge another $10 later? And you get equipment and gear and stuff out of those books. Now, probably not high light level or anything like that. But that right there, it's like, it's not emotes anymore. Now it's this. And then last week we find out, hey, now you can buy power-ups, which is kind of like the Focus Light, I think what it was. So if you bought the Taken King, you could boost one of your characters to level 25. But also also with that now is you get some boosts and other things. I didn't read into it because I know I'd never buy one. But with that there, it's like, okay, that's another thing they're selling for real money. And it's like, how far how far is it got to go before people's like, hey, you know, I already bought, you know, this is microtransactions getting shoved into a game that didn't have them at the beginning. So, you know, I think that's scary. I feel bad, you know. I wish I could know what Bungie is saying, because they're the one that's taking the full force of it. You know what I mean? People go to the people that make the game. They don't go to the people that publish the game. I still say it's Activision. I don't say it's Bungie. You know, they need to stand up. If they don't like it and it's their game, their game's getting turned into a lot of hate right now. And that's sad. That's a sad thing. It really makes you think twice about, you know, what happens when you come around Destiny 2. Like, I want to buy Destiny 2. But I'm really going to have to take a look at what are you going to do. Oh, buy the game for $60, but then there's a bunch of microtransactions. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. So it really makes you think.
Nothing they can comment on, right? With Big Brother watching, so only new content is what we can talk about. So
yeah, I feel bad. I really do, and it's. I'm being made to feel that way. Like I said, this is my opinion, of course, but it's like I feel that way, and I shouldn't. And it's crappy that I have to feel that way, or that I do feel that way, but I'm not the one doing it to myself. So, but yeah, the Taken King. I mean, the Taken King last week was $35. So that's the Taken King and all the DLCs and the original game for $35. But that Focus Light with the perks and stuff that they were selling for silver was $42. I mean, really. So, but yeah, crazy. But Naughty, I mean, thanks for the email, man. I really do appreciate it, and I guess, you know, maybe I shouldn't be so harsh and definitely, like, you know, I should vocalize my dislike or whatever, but maybe I should find a better way of actually saying it than putting it that way. But, you know, maybe a lot of it is misdirected toward Bungie and should be, but I don't know where else to put it. That's the thing, is I can either blame Bungie or Activision or both, or, you know I can't blame myself. I can't blame you or Rob or Gunny, because you guys aren't the ones putting microtransactions in your game after the fact that people have already purchased it. So whether you're saying you're putting out free content or not, you put out free content and then charge more money if you want the stuff out of the free content. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So it's like saying, you know, or whatever. Last week I said it, or I forget if I said it here or was talking at work, but you know, it's like coming out and saying, "Hey, here's your free Xbox, you know, games with gold." Or here's your free PlayStation or PSN games for the month of December. No, don't stop throwing the word free in front of it because it's not. You know, it's like here's your entitlement to play these games while you pay us a yearly subscription or a monthly subscription. Because, you know, stop paying that subscription and find out how many of those free games that you get to play, because it's going to be none. Both systems on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, you got to keep paying to play them. So
Yep.
they're not free. So just say, hey, here's the games you get to play.
Part of the deal.
You get to play while you pay, or here's what your subscription entitles you, or this is the perk of a subscription is maybe the way it's supposed to be put. But at least Xbox says games with gold. You get the games if you have gold. Tired of hearing this free PlayStation games and free Xbox games because they're not free. But all right. Do you have any comments on that, Rob?
No.
You don't play Destiny, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, at least Gunny played Destiny. I mean, I don't know how Mark felt about it. I know Mark was having fun with the Taken King. I really liked, you know, there for a while. It's like right at the beginning, I liked the changes that they made. It's like, they made it a fresh new game for me. No more like doing the same thing over and over and over. But then I felt like I just got bumped back to level 1, and now it's like you're in for the grind. You know, it's like now you're grinding again. Or if you pay money, and it's just like, never mind. So, but all right, that was the only email we had.
That's a good one,
Adios.
though.
What's that?
It's a very good one.
Yeah, it was a great email. That's
Well thought out, well written.
Yeah. Now I'm afraid if Nani pops into a party, he's going to yell at me next time, make me cry. No,
Yes.
no. So, but all right, cool. Trying to think. We have one lousy game this going.
Yeah.
Possibly being released. I don't even know if it's going to be released. But Rob, what's the game we're getting?
Yeah. So for this week's retail releases, the planned ones include one game for the Xbox One, nothing for 360, and for the Xbox One we have Frizzy.
Yep.
Maybe out on Wednesday.
Yeah, not sure. It still said TBD, but it said the 23rd, which is also a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, Frizzy. If I'd have to say anything, it's like an indie type game. But
Oh, that's user TBD.
okay.
Knows, but yeah, 23rd.
Oh, all right. Cool. If anybody has any last minute shopping to do, where should they end? You know, where should they? And they don't want to leave the comforts of their home. Where should they go, Rob?
It's a very good question. If you do any of your online purchases on Amazon, make sure to use our Xbox Life Amazon affiliate link. You can find that by going to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon, or just go to our homepage, click on the Amazon link on the right-hand side, and do that each and every time you make a purchase on Amazon.com, and we will get a teeny tiny itsy bitsy little portion of the sale. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps support the show, helps keep the lights on and all that good stuff. And also, if you are a user of iTunes, please do us a favor and go out there on iTunes, find the show, and give us a 5-star rating. The more 5-star ratings that we get, the higher up we go in the rankings, and it helps us become a featured show so that everybody can find our community. And I believe that's about it for episode 370.
One question for Gunny here. I always like to ask this question: is what do you think we could do to improve TXL? what's some stuff you would like to see on the show, or an idea you would have for the show that we could do either better, or we could implement, or take out, or do you have any?
Maybe.
Being a listener, I mean, you've been okay. That's one question I forgot to ask. How long have you listened? How long have you been around?
Wow, is it been? I'm gonna say 4 to 5 years.
Okay, you've been around a
It's
while.
been a
Been
while.
along a while.
Yeah.
So what are some what's some stuff that you would
I
say?
remember when Wing first started, and it was Wing and you, Rob, where you had videos playing from the community. I don't know how hard that would be, but I definitely enjoyed some of the
Oh yeah.
videos you guys would play from the
Okay.
community.
Okay. All right. I can
And
try to look. So with that there, and I can kind of give you a heads up on
gameplay.
it. Yeah. So we would put those in, and we'd start to play them. And after you would hit so far along in XSplit, it would completely crash the show.
Uh,
Everything would stop working. So I can look at possibly throwing some more in there, or trying it again, because XSplit is obviously increased. I think that's been well over a year since we've done something like that. So okay, so possibly do user videos again.
yeah, and I would say the other thing would be, I mean, I know we all have our own Twitch channels,
Mm-hmm.
but possibly whether it be you or Wing or Rob, somebody just broadcasting off of the same channel as well during the week, for whatever new game that comes out.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so we can announce on the Facebook fan page, and, we can all go and watch it at the time of it starts when the
Okay.
game releases. Yeah.
So play under TXL, not play under our own thing.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, under this Xbox Live
Okay.
through Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the other thing that we could possibly do is if we play under our own, we can actually broadcast. Twitch could broadcast or TXL could broadcast our channel and go from there. But
Yeah.
that'd be one thing. Okay.
So that way, yeah, I think that would be definitely something I'd like to see
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
change.
I was thinking about seeing if like some of our listeners had Twitch channels that we could broadcast them. The problem that we'd bump into is you would have to be like rated G, or the same level we are, because we can't have people. Everybody, we're a clean show. We don't curse or anything like that. So obviously we wouldn't want to broadcast somebody else's channel that are going off, or anything like that. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
true.
couldn't do that. But okay. Anything else?
No, no, that's all.
No. No clone Brun 3 times. Have 3 Bruns or anything like that. 5 Robs, since Rob's your favorite.
So we'll have two Robs.
Two Robs.
Yeah.
It'll
Okay.
be me and two Robs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All
Now
right.
we're talking.
Yeah. All right. I think that is it. So we're off next week. It's the week after Christmas, weekend after Christmas. So we'll be off, and then we'll be back on the 3rd. So we'll be back in 2016. It's crazy this year went quick, didn't it?
Hey, there is one other thing I wanted to remind everybody.
Okay.
The Xbox Live holiday sale begins on Tuesday, the 22nd.
Oh, yes.
So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
check your 360 for any titles that could become compatible with the Xbox One
Yeah.
for the next 17 days.
Yeah, they said it's the biggest sale that
As
they've ever
well as-
had. So
Yeah.
it's going to be Xbox One stuff too, right?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm just saying also on your 360. So you can just go to the web browser
Mm-hmm.
and go to xbox.com and look at. Follow Major Nelson on Twitter as well.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he's always posting deals on there.
sure is.
Just a few hours or a day ahead of time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think on the 22nd also look for PC gamers, look towards Steam. That is the rumored start date of the Steam winter sale. So get like have like $20 in hand and buy 50 games from Steam.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they're both sales are good to go and pretty nice. So, but all right, I can't think of anything else.
No, me neither.
So, well, thank you for joining us, Gunny. And congrats again
Thanks
on Gamer of the Year. So,
Thanks for
Congrats,
having me on,
congrats.
gentlemen.
yeah. So,
Thanks.
stay active. So, and I'll see you definitely playing some Siege. We're gonna have to get in a room together. I think people were posting.
Try and connect.
Yeah, try to connect. Some people were talking on Facebook. I think like Wing hit 50 and Mojo hit 50, and Carbide's in the 30s. I mean, high level. I mean, definitely got some high levels in there. I don't know where they're at in their ranks. I think Carbide's a bronze. I've only done like 2 matches under ranked, so I'm not even ranked yet. So I'd like to get. I got in with a group today, man. It was ridiculous. I was just driving me crazy. I popped in ranked to hopefully get a good group, and we were up 3-1 and ended up losing 5-3. So it was horrible. But,
Yeah, I think I've leveled to 13 or 12 or 13. Yeah.
Yeah, keep trucking at that and getting to 20, and then we can. Because I really want to get a group together that talks. Oh my gosh, it'd be so easy to do something that way. But all right. Anything else, Rob?
No, sir.
Gunny, do you have anything else?
No.
No. All right. Well,
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, no problem. We'll have to get you on again. You did fantastic introing the show, by the way. So
Thanks.
I couldn't do it better myself. So like
Thanks
I said,
for throwing me under the bus.
Well, like I said, we can hire you because it's fantastic. But all right.
Happy holidays.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Happy
yeah.
holidays. Merry Christmas. Hopefully everybody
Year.
gets everything that they want. I'm waiting on all the Amazon boxes to show up at my house for the community sending me gifts, but I'm still waiting.
Hopefully Santa will show up in the form of that sale coming up.
yeah. So no. Oh
It's
yeah. One more
good or
thing.
bad.
I wanted to say. Well, no, I gotta. Sorry, we're just one more thing and everything today. It's going to be the show that never ends. Last week we had all the Gears of War games. I had codes for all the Gears of War games. We said, hey, email us or let us know if you do not have them. So Dan the Man 1547 was the only person that emailed in, and says, long-time World of Warcraft addict here, and I'm just now started getting back into console gaming. The only game I own for Xbox is Destiny. So I definitely love the opportunity to try out Gears of War game series. So keep up the good work with your podcast. So I sent him all 4 of the codes. So everybody go out. It's Dan the Man 1547. Get him into playing some Gears of War. So now I'm
Yes.
done.
Gears 3 being the best.
Yeah, you like the third one the best?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm
As far as story goes, I played a lot of multiplayer for Gears 2, but 3's best story-wise.
Yeah, I like 1 and 3. So, all right. We're out of here, guys. Thank you, everybody, for stopping out and listening, and we will see you on the 3rd. So I'm Brun, BJ Swick 33.
This is Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody.
And I'm Henley, also known as Gunny Chief. Thank you.